Hello, lacrosse friends. It is Creators Cup playoff time. We are here at the Oshawa General Motors Center. It is the Turf Dogs and the Blizzard for the 5th time this year, and the most important of them all. A couple of changes tonight for the teams for the Durham Turf Dogs. Big ones. Derek Hopcroft is here, and maybe most importantly, Thomas Hogarth is back in the lineup. He is on the practice roster for the Vancouver Stealth, but he's playing tonight. And for the Blizzard, Dustin Caravello is back. These teams have been very intense. The rivalry has really grown. Hello, lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Stamp. Say hello to my little friend. This is Pat Gregoire. Sorry, I had to do it because I didn't realize how different our sizes were until we were on screen here. But Pat, this should be a thrilling game. These guys have played so well all season, these two teams. They've had some great ones. You see, they finished tied. And we are going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and we'll be back with more of CLAX action. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with CLAX action. Welcome back. And Pat, we didn't really get to you, so you talk players of the game, players to watch.
Shane Scott had, a great year this year, 38 points. You see 24 goals, and that's the type of player he is. He's so dynamic on the transition when it's set up. He's got a great outside shot, and it's someone who Durham's going to want to key on in. And then you look at the Turf Dogs, Dylan Goddard, a great season this year, 40 points, and he's a little bit of a different player. He is a dynamic scorer, but not quite as shifty. He's more of a slippery player, and we talked about him before the game. Just such a great shot as well. He doesn't have the booming shot like Scott does, but he just finds those little holes.
Yeah. Well, Shane Scott just rips it from that shooter spot, usually sidearm or below, and finds those spots. He started going low to high once in a while now, which makes him even more dangerous. Goddard seems to score on the run, shooting about as hard as I do, maybe not even quite, but he finds the holes. He puts it over the shoulder, he puts it to the side. We are ready to go, and we're underway. The Creators Cup semifinals have started, and Mark Farthing, the captain of the Turf Dogs, has the ball, and he's going to the net, spins back out. Nice play to go righty and pass it off with 3 white jerseys all around him. Goddard's got the ball on the far side. He tries to hit the cutting Hopcroft. Oh, that one almost went in. It is a goal. It went off the crossbar, and Cody McMahon, who has played himself into the conversation for Rookie of the Year, has the first goal.
You know what? He has had such a great year. 15 goals on the year. And the one thing that, now 16 if you conclude these playoffs, the one thing that I found really interesting looking at these two games, or these two teams play so well against each other. You see here, just so slippery, picks up that rebound. He scored 10 times against this Barrie team. He matches up really well, and he finds a way to sneak back door, and that's exactly how he scored there.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Hopcroft on the far side. They're going to call over and back as I think it was actually McMahon maybe coming up with the ball. Maybe Goddard came up with it, was across center and flicked it back. So Barrie will get their first possession, but that shot off the crossbar bounced right to him. The pass goes off the crossbar, off the back of Donnelly and into the net. That ball is going to bounce ahead. Here's a break for Dylan Goddard. Could it be 2-0? Off the post. He is usually money on those, but just rings it off the iron after the shot from Shane Scott went wide the other way. So we've seen both our players to watch getting involved early. Dustin Caravello is back, and he'll pass it off to Brad Levick, get the ball back. He is a real difference maker for this offense. Fourth on the team in scoring, but he plays an even bigger role in everything he does for them out there. That pass gets away from Caleb Wiles. They've got 7 seconds to shoot. Levick's going to let it fly and score. Levick looked like he was going to pass it and then saw that Caleb Wiles just kind of directed him, take a shot because we're running low. And wow, the skipper finds the far corner.
Yeah, Brad Levick, not putting up as many points as we've seen earlier in these CLAX days, kind of slowly moving down the depth chart. But you just see you said that fake pass rips the skipper down low, short side. He's just a player that, these teams can't forget about because he still does have a good skill set and, still can find the back of the net.
Johnny Ray comes up with the ball off the faceoff. Looked like he was going to either have it go or give it to Ross Smith. Smith runs about 30 feet to set a pick, and then Ray is gone. Ray will head off the floor. Smith's going to stay out and play offense, and Shane Scott with the ball. Goaltending is going to be so critical because both these teams very solid. There's a save by Coote from the outside on the Scott shot. They're breaking up the floor. Nice little shoulder.
Truck stick.
Oh, there's a save by Donnelly. The Turf Dogs will get the ball back. But that was Ryan McCrory just putting his shoulder down like a big power forward. Here comes Thomas Hogarth. We mentioned he is back after going up to the stealth. McNulty stopped. Boy, McNulty's got great hands, but Donnelly all over that one.
Yeah, like you said, goaltending going to be huge in this one. We saw a couple of weeks ago Lucas Coote having a career game, and he's going to need to play like that again because this Barrie offense is so dynamic and deep as well.
Coote was very good in net, stopping the ball, but he also had 5 assists, and they were all absolute ropes up the floor. We wondered before the game, is Hogarth going to come out the front door or the back? He's primarily been on the offensive end so far. We like him as a transition guy, but he gets the ball, the twister. We may see some of that later. A little tease for a nice little highlight pack we've got together, but he loves that twister. Our referees tonight, Brent McCauley, Grant Spees, and the technical ref, Mark Thompson, and the 30-second clock run by Gord Brown. There's a sub shot by Levick again. That one bounces off of Hogarth's foot. Mike Triolo's foot, all the way back out to mid-floor. Just 4 seconds to shoot. Caravello getting off the floor for a sub, and they eventually do get a bit of a shot off by Mike Maudsley.
Yeah, you mentioned Mike Triolo blocking that shot there. He's a big body. He can get in his way as well. A couple of weeks, I think it was like about a month ago when these two teams met in this building, he had a really slow start to the game, but as it progressed, he really started to move the ball well. And, he's a guy that could be an X factor in this game,
6 attackers. The shot goes wide. Durham's battling to get it back. They do, but they've only got 5 to get a shot off. Armstrong flings it up. It's going to be grabbed, but they do get a shot from Radenberg just as the 30 expires. But it's going to be a roughing call. Just flattened in front of the crease. Our starting goalies tonight we've already seen and talked about both of them. Angus Donnelly, the MVP and top goalie in the league last year. Lucas Coote at the other end has been outstanding. I think they're basically battling neck and neck to see who's the number 2 goalie in the league after Jay Priest, who was just brilliant this year.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Jay Priest had, he was just so solid, and the thing is, he also, he can really move the ball from the crease as well.
Goddard cutting, loses the ball, though. Luckily, McMahon is out there to pick it up so the Turf Dogs don't turn it over. The fans here will be happy about that. McMahon over the top, didn't get much on it. Donnelly with the save. The Turf Dogs get it back. Goddard up top to Hopcroft. Derek Hopcroft, what another addition to this club. He's played a few games this year, and he always makes a difference. Such a shooter, but he can do a lot of other things as he's shown here in this league. There's a shot by Goddard. Just what we talked about with the precision shooting.
That is exactly what we talked about. Not the hardest shot, but one of the most precise shooters in this league. He just cocks that stick back, picks out the shot, as you can see here. You give him any sort of space, and he is going to bury every time. And you see Angus Dyneley shaking his head there, and he shouldn't be shaking his head because this is one heck of a shot.
And it's so tough when you've got all these weapons the Turf Dogs have to be short-handed. And, Barrie's going to have to pay attention to discipline because both these teams have had their issues with it, but Durham seems to have addressed it better. Bradenberg drives to the net, gets a shot off. He's stopped. Barrie's pushing it up the other way. Ross Smith gets it ahead. Here comes Zach Tompkinson. Nice little move by Scott, gets it back to Tompkinson. He doesn't catch it, but Levick gets it just before mid-floor. Tompkinson, one of 4 players I talked to this week for CLAX Beat. Check it out on the league website under Multimedia, radio show. Go to SoundCloud. There's Levick driving down, flicks it back. Shot by Tompkinson, just misses. He was complaining that I cursed him last time I interviewed him because he hasn't been able to score much since. Well, we'll see if the jinx is off.
He did have that huge game back when these two teams did play.
That's when I talked to him, and he said he hadn't been scoring since. Durham at the other end of the floor now. First we've seen of Josh Wasson out on the floor. He gives it up to Hopcroft. That one's picked off cleanly. Tompkinson taking off. He can run. Look at Wasson get back, though. And Hopcroft, how about that hustle to go with Tyler Roach? Passes it ahead.
That's exactly what you said. Hopcroft obviously known as an outside threat, but he does those little things to make him such a valuable player away from the ball.
Brandon Armstrong takes it. So many righties that can get up into the offense. Here's Rob Klopfer with the ball for Durham, taking a turn. Tyler Roach all over him. Those two have exchanged pleasantries throughout the year. Triola with the shot. Spencer Janes takes a whack at him as it didn't get through. Penalty coming to Spencer Janes. And Roach has to be careful not to take another one. James will get the slashing call, and Roach is fairly lucky he didn't get another one because he took a chop at the man on the floor and missed him. You can still get a slashing call if you miss, but I think they gave him a bit of a break because there was already one coming.
Yeah, absolutely, and we didn't even mention it. We talk about how close these teams are, but we also didn't even talk about how much these teams don't like each other.
Yes.
But they're going to have to keep their emotions in check in a playoff game. I don't think we're going to be seeing, the Royal Rumble that we saw a month ago here.
Hopcroft gets it back from Goddard. They're trading it back and forth. Now McNulty, quick pass. Hopcroft lets it rip. It's into the belly pad. Donnelly scoops it up, immediately looks up the floor. He is a great passer. Johnny Ray pulls it down, runs past Sullivan. Goddard's going to help pick him. No, he's not. And the save by Coot. Ray just ran through everybody.
A lot of passengers on that one there. I know that I know Durham, they're going to have to tighten up, even though they are on the power play. They definitely are going to have to watch a guy like Johnny Ray. He's so quick.
Well, Dylan Goddard's such a good player, and he usually will play some pretty solid defense, but he didn't there. That pass doesn't connect with Hopcroft. Hogarth kind of stopped running, thinking that somebody else was picking it up, but Ross Smith gets it instead. Pass to Caravello. He spins behind the back. Oh, what a beauty! Oh, Caravello behind the back after the spin. The defender thought he was coming to his forehand. Instead, tucks it around the shoulder and gets through the legs of Coot to tie it up with a short-handed goal halfway through the penalty.
That's a big time goal. You see here the nice little spin around behind the back, and Coot almost gets a piece of this, but just a fantastic spin and finish here, squeaking through the wickets. And that killing off a penalty is nice, but when you're able to score a shorty like that and bail out your teammates, that's huge, especially when it's your captain sitting in the box there as well.
Hogarth takes this path. Hogarth running about. They're still in the power play, remember. That pass is high. Hogarth taking a little bit to find his way today. That pass across knocked away by Donnelly. Wasson, the big hit from Boucher. Hogarth gets it back. Nice pass. Goddard, tries to hit Wasson a little too hard. The shot clock will expire. Hogarth's going to try and fling it in the corner. Won't have time. He just has to put it down. Scooped up immediately by Wiles. He's all alone. Scores. How do you let Caleb Wiles take off like that?
Yeah, that's another miscue in the reverse transition for Durham, and they're going to have to clean that up because, like we said, obviously Barrie has a great dynamic offense, but he can also score on transition. And you talk about a guy like Caleb Wiles just shaking it off as Taylor Swift is playing, and he shakes off the defender there, and Barrie's an absolute beauty.
Nicely done. Oh, there it is, finding that spot just down by the leg, and here they come again. Johnny Ray with a shot saved by Coote. I'll tell you the one thing, if Coote gives up a couple more, I don't think Durham would hesitate to go to Cole Murray, who has been awfully good whenever he stepped in for them. And Angus Dineley started to sprint to the bench. You saw Brent McCauley resetting, and I thought it was going to be a penalty. I thought they were calling for a hold or a trip.
Reset,
It was just a reset. And good thing for Dineley, he didn't get too far towards the bench. Fredenberg sidestepping, tries to get through to Goddard. Durham just not connecting on their passes. They get a break here. They go up to Wasson. We're going to have the officials timeout at the next stoppage. Not now, though, because we don't stop on goals like that one. The outside rip from Josh Wasson. And that is a huge goal when you've given up 2 straight shorties.
Massive, absolutely. And you talk about lacrosse being a game of runs, and it just comes to, stopping that run. Obviously, they weren't really even moving the ball that well, but Wasson just saw, what, I've got an opening right here. And he just rips one. I saw him in warm-ups really practicing his shots from the outside, and this is pretty much where he was taking it from, and it looked like that warm-up routine paid off.
Ross Smith, one of the steadiest defenders and transition guys out there, but he was just a step late getting out to pressure Wasson there. Again, they've got so many weapons, and on that right side when you've got Hogarth and Hopcroft and these guys, Wasson, sometimes you can overlook him, but he is a wily veteran. Hogarth tries the strip. We're going to have a loose ball foul. Derek Collins complaining on the bench, but I thought it was pretty obvious, the cross-check to the chest. I mean, I know it's a loose ball and you're allowed to check guys within 9 feet, but, nice attempt, and Hogarth steps in the crease and misses, and now he's going to get a shot. Cody McLeod going after him. They're having words. Are there going to be penalties? Griffith's getting tied up with Rob Clofer.
Looks like Dineley's limping a little bit as well when Hogarth.
We're going to take the officials' time out. We'll see how everything is evolving when we come back from this quick break. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire bringing you CLAC's playoff action. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to Canadian Lacrosse League Creators Cup semifinal action. You just saw Hogarth going into the net there. Here's a cut to the middle. Caravello can't catch it, and the Turf Dogs head back up the other way.
Turf Dogs are a team that really like to push the tempo, and it looks like they're still going with that, even though they're not really catching some.
Hogarth with the shot. Dineley didn't know if he'd gotten a bit of it. He just got enough. And it trickles wide. McMahon up top. There's Tim Bergen. We haven't even seen that much of Bergen, so they're rotating all their righties through. Big pick. Armstrong, almost tucked that one in. You almost wonder if having so many guys jumping in offensive shifts is hurting their flow a little bit and their cohesion.
It almost looks like it because, like I said, they do like to move the ball around, but balls are bouncing all over the place, and it kind of looks like they're just out of sync, especially for a team that's been, such a depth scoring type of club.
Caleb Wiles going to the net. He's dangerous. That one will not drop, though. Riley Campbell picks it up. He was brilliant in Durham's last game in Barrie, and he's going to catch that ball after it popped out of his stick. Shane Scott back with some defensive pressure. Triolo down low. Hopcroft, there's Triolo, there's another one. Another of the righties. I mean, basically Bergen, Hopcroft, and Hogarth, your big three, but I mean, Bergen's quite a finisher. That one comes out to Klofer, who's getting another shift. He fires it with 7 on the shot clock, nowhere close. Goddard just kind of let that one go. And that's about the third time we've seen one Turf Dog think somebody else was getting the ball. Or, I mean, the Wiles goal is the best example or worst example if you're a Durham fan.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is right now, but it just seems like there's some sort of, they're out of sync right now, and they need to maybe just slow the ball down and kind of get back to the basics.
There's a big hit, flattened to the floor as Mike Teeter. And then he takes a little shove to the face. Here come the Turf Dogs, though. They've got a few seconds to get it over mid-floor. They've got 1 second, and they don't make it, and that's just a mental error. And the Turf Dogs are making some mistakes tonight that are uncharacteristic of them. Even, I mean, the captain, Mark Farthing, you think he's going to recognize he's got to just run that ball over, or the player coming has to get over center to take the pass.
Absolutely, and just little mental errors that are, even you could say keeping Barrie in this game with a tie. And you look at a team like Barrie, they're a championship team, lots of veteran leadership.
Yeah. No penalty coming. We'll see what the call is. Bradenburg's heading across. Caleb Wiles very upset. Angus Donnelly was upset because he wanted to get to the bench and get an extra attacker. Wiles is still yelling at the officials, and Jeff Griffiths is just saying, calm down. Don't take a penalty here, because Wiles has been known to do it. I had him on the show, Sea-Lax Beat, earlier in the season. A great conversation, and he was talking about how sometimes he lets things get away from him. And, he was sitting in the penalty box when they scored the championship-winning goal last year. The behind-the-back pass, Maudsley was going to set a pick. Teeter to Caravello, quick stick doesn't connect. Just a little wide. Teeter throws it back up to Wiles. Watch out for his shot, and that one dings off the – no, it didn't touch. They're going to say it could be over and back. Now a holding call to Hogarth. Now Donnelly rips, and they score. Caravello finds the net. The Turf Dogs' woes continue.
That one all starts with Caleb Wiles. That initial shot that just went wide went up. Instead of watching where his shot went, he tracked it down, made sure it wasn't over and back. He's got 2 defenders draped on him, and that little backhand pass right to Caravello, and he makes no mistake. He already had a chance earlier on, but if you just see this shot right here, absolutely rips it, and Coot gets his piece of it, but that shot's just way too hard. It trickles all the way right through.
It's a nice shot, but I'd say, again, a better pass by Caleb Wiles.
Absolutely.
And he fended off the check that landed Thomas Hogarth in the box for 2 minutes or less. It's the penalty that was already partly wound down that is knocked off by the goal. So Barrie goes to a fresh 2 minutes here, and they lead 4-3. And honestly, Durham's got to feel fairly fortunate that they're within a goal right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Armstrong, a little shimmy-shammy move, gets it to Hopcroft. He was trying to go to the net. Great play by Johnny Ray to keep him out. Now he's double-teamed. Tompkinson trying to get him, but he gets away. 14 on the shot clock, tries to hit the cutter. Doesn't connect with Devin Sullivan, and Barrie gets possession. Shane Scott will step into the offensive zone. Again, 4 players on this week's Sea-Lax Beat. Zach Tompkinson from Barrie and Mark Farthing from Durham. Farthing's out there playing on this short man situation, killing this penalty. Wiles up top. Scott's waiting for the pass. They go to this side instead. Quick stick isn't there for Caravello, so he goes to Scott, who will fire. Saved by Coot on the crease. Goal! Mike Maudsley, we've seen him do that before, and Coot just gave up the rebound and then kind of stepped to the side and left a lot of net open.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Great initial save, because as soon as I saw it, I saw Shane Scott take the shot. I saw it hit Coot in the middle of the chest, so I'm thinking he's going to scoop this up and look for a transition break like he normally does. But like you said, he kind of jumps to the side. Look at this replay here. You see the initial save here right in the belly, and it looks like maybe he thought he was going to be able to chicken wing it and grab it up in that arm, and it just trickles away from him.
The other thing I think is he got it, he felt it probably in the arm and wanted to make sure he turned so it didn't trickle through him.
Exactly.
And then that left him sideways and wide open net. It's 5-3, and boy, Barrie could be up by more. They're dominating this first quarter.
Absolutely, they are.
There's a shot by Roach that looked like it ricocheted off a defender, but Coot got a bit of that one. We're into the final couple minutes of this first quarter. Goddard with the long pass into the corner, and Vredenberg kind of had to track that one down. Wasson takes it up top. Would have been a good time for him to just bury another one from up high. Bergen rolls across. Roach all over him. I thought he'd actually passed that ball, but Bergen pulled it in. Oh, there we go. Oh, what a save. McNulty with an open look. Now Vredenberg's flattened into the crease, and it's going to be a loose ball call against Barrie. They'll get it back, the Turf Dogs will, and Roach chops down on Bergen.
Those are the type of big-time saves that Angus Dyneley has to make to keep this, to keep this lead.
Goddard gets that ball. Oh, again, another pass not connecting for the Turf Dogs. Wasson, that one's picked off. Great play by Scott. Oh, a nice little play to go over the top of McNulty. Here they come down the floor. Tompkinson with it. Koger picked up nicely by McNulty. Some better reverse transition there by the Turf Dogs. And now McNulty's going to get to the bench and get some fresh legs. That'll be Riley Campbell as the ball still on the far side with Levick playing two-man game. Tries to get it through to Daryl Robertson. Can't connect. Caravello hits Robertson, shoots with 5 on the shot clock, misses wide. And Sullivan's going to head up the floor. He's looking around for help. A lot of white shirts, and there he finds Hopcroft. Oh, big save, and Riley Campbell wants another chance at that one because he just didn't pick it up, or he had, well, after the last save, I don't know if he was going to score, but he did have some net to shoot at.
Yeah, and right now Angus Dyneley is dialed in.
We are right back to the other end. Johnny Ray takes the ball. He's going to go over to Teeter. Wiles loading it up. Campbell picks him up. Hogarth comes to help, but stays with Teeter. Nice two-man defense there by the Turf Dogs. 6 to shoot. Wiles tries the one-hand fling pass behind the back. That one by Caravello again. Doesn't work this time, and the Turf Dogs head the other way. Just 8 seconds left. Hogarth, toe drag, turns, toe drag again, gets a shot off save. Dyneley didn't have too much trouble with that one, but Hogarth was just running out of time, and really none of the Turf Dogs were in a better position than him. So good decision to drive the net and get the shot, but just doesn't connect. We are going to take a break for the first intermission here. We'll be back. I'm Stephen Stam with Pat Gregoire. This is CLAC's Creators Cup playoff action on JVI Sports Network. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. Let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of the game. Tweet us at JVI Video. Barrie comes up with the ball off the faceoff. Shane Scott wide open but stopped by Lucas Coote. That's a big save. And Pat Gregoire, the Turf Dogs, kind of lucky that they're down only 5-3, and maybe that's a sign they'll be able to get back into it, but they just seem flat.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You think playoffs do or die. That's enough motivation you need, but it just seems that something is out of sync. Something's not clicking for them, and you mentioned it. It's a lot of different bodies in that they haven't seen over the last couple weeks, and that could be a big difference.
Almost got a great chance there as Goddard takes the shot, misses high and wide, goes to Hogarth, who has the chance, but Dyneley again is dynamite. I'll tell you, it could be easily tied up, but the Turf Dogs just trailing. I think they're going to turn things around. We thought Hogarth would be a big difference maker. He actually hasn't been fantastic so far, but I think he'll get back into it. He's playing defense right now, and he's right on top of Caravello. Takes it away nicely. Caravello was in the crease, but no call, and Barrie comes up with the ball. Campbell still on top of Maudsley. He's going to have to just fling it into the corner.
Yeah, you talk about Hogarth. I could see him, playing a lot more defense and then maybe trying to get some scoring on the transition. When you kind of haven't been with your team for a while, it's tough to get back into the groove of things. And
Triolo swim move goes to the net and scores. Mike Triolo, the tree. The only guy out there about as big as I am. He's 6'8", I'm 6'9". We like to have conversations. We don't have to bend our necks, but boy, what a swim move.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A gorgeous move by Mike Triolo, using his big size there, swimming. I mean, he can pretty much swim anyone in the league, how big he is. But you see this. He's in the corner here. Just kind of waits and sees a lane, so he takes it swim, and then the beautiful shot just beats Angus Dyneley, and that's a big goal early in this quarter to get things going for this Durham offense.
Such nice body control by the big man, tiptoeing along the crease. They've got the ball back. Going to the net, the bounce shot by McCrory. Not connecting, but Riley Campbell's there to pick it up. Thought he might let one fly from the outside. He's not really much of a shooter, but boy, he can find the net when he needs to. What a play. Oh, nice play by Tompkinson to get a check. Oh, there's the goal, though, as it comes straight back out. McMahon's shot bounces wide, and the Turf Dogs capitalize on two chances. They're tied up, and that has got to make them feel good.
Oh, absolutely. That's the exact type of start that they were looking in this quarter. McMahon, like I mentioned earlier, so good around the crease, so shifty. You see right here the missed shot, and he just picks up. That's 2 goals now from him off of broken plays, and he just backdoor, and that beautiful fake finish. He's just so crafty, so sneaky. You almost forget that he's even on the floor sometimes, and next thing you know, boom, he finds the back of the net.
Well, Brandon Armstrong getting the goal there is the initial shot by McMahon, and a great play by Tompkinson to get some of McMahon's stick, but then he's chasing out after Armstrong and gets run underneath. Hopcroft just misses the far side. That one's going to go up into the seats, and it will be Barrie ball. 2 very similar looking goals.
Yeah, Barrie,
in the final shot of it there.
Yeah, Barrie's going to want to really tighten up there.
Tyler Roach goes to the net, a guy who showed his offensive side with Ireland at the World Championships, and he's been doing it in CLAX. He's had a pretty tremendous rookie season, but Durham goes up in the offensive zone. There's Thomas Hogarth. Looks at McMahon, draws it down. Now he's going to pass it across. McMahon had some space on this side, but Spencer Jane's all over him. McNulty up to Hogarth. He wants to shoot. Saved by the shoulder of Dyneley. They get the ball right back, and Rob Kloepfer immediately wants to get play going, and they blow it in. McNulty's up at the top. He'll take the pass. Over to McMahon. Jane's out on him again. Rolling across the top. Tries to feed it, does. McNulty can't finish. There's a lob up ahead to Janes, who catches it with full extension. Wiles is up the floor, but Janes didn't have a passing lane. Caravello pulls down the pass. Ray coming out is the last 4th man. They still need one more. Oh, no, they've got Hogarth up the floor being watched by Levick. So we're playing 4-on-4. Teeter over to Ray. Now Hogarth coming back. Ooh. Bounce off the backboards. What a save by Coote on Teeter. Gets that foot on top of the ball.
Beautiful kick save. Great reaction save there. And
there's the cutter. Oh, McCrory stumbles, or he had a straight line to the net. Now he's pushed over. He's from behind, but not a hard check, and probably a good no call. The Turf Dogs still get the ball back, and Wasson will slow it down. They've only got 11 to shoot. Triolo wants it. He gets it. Boucher on him. That's a lot of man between those two. Oh, McCrory with the one-hand catching gets a reset. What a great
play. That's a
play.
great play. Just get it on net. Hopefully it gets out of bounds, and that's a perfect possession shot. You got a fresh clock.
Goes off the stick of Angus Dineley just above the catching area. There's Vredenberg. That just flicks that pass up above. Triolo gets it off the boards. Picked by Bergen. It's a little overzealous. Boucher, nicely done to just leave it there on the floor, seeing that Tompkinson was going to pick it up. He's running the floor. He can score from there. He's tripped up by Vredenberg. Still maintained possession, so no call. Not enough for a penalty, and they would have just handed the ball back to Barrie. They've got 15 to shoot. Teeter flips the pass to Maudsley, who he's out there setting picks and working hard. He's not really expecting some of those passes. He's used to getting the ball passed to him down low.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's sometimes you set that nice pick and you get open so much, you're not really expecting that ball to come back to you right away.
Durham setting it up. Comes to Hogarth. Oh, tries, but the save by Dineley. Hogarth really finding himself here in this quarter. There's the long outlet pass. Robertson across to Scott, and he can't catch it. He plays the ball. They're going to say, yeah, he went through the crease. So,
absolutely.
I thought he was just going to run to the bench, but he thought he'd test Brent McCauley, see if he noticed, and he did.
Durham really starting to click now. It sounds like they finally found that groove. Really moving the ball around real well. So, let's see if they can continue this.
There's a pass to the crease. Vredenberg can't handle it. Now it's not picked up by McCrory. It's still loose on the floor. There's a battle for it. I'll tell you, Ryan McCrory's having a pretty solid game here. He's battling Koger and Robertson. It's going to be Barrie possession, but that's a strong effort by Ryan McCrory. Levick tries to get the pass across, goes off a defender's stick, and Klopfer is running. We've got a 3-on-1. McCrory, and the man off the bench is Goddard. Oh, he did not see Goddard coming, or he had a man, Goddard, a high scorer, wide open at the top. Here comes Barrie the other way. Wiles, what a pass down to Roach. Scores! Beautiful play. And boy, I think Ryan McCrory wants that play at the other end back.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. And, you're definitely shaking your head, heading back to the bench. You see, you missed such a great scoring opportunity, and then you hand it over to Barrie. And a guy like Tyler Roach, you see here, you already mentioned, he's known as a tough guy. He's known as a strong defender, but he's got some finish to him. He's got some nice paws. Those hands aren't just made for punching. That's a goal right there.
They're primarily for punching, I think. He does like to get into it.
Yeah, of course.
But that's a beauty. What a pass by Wiles. Great tic-tac-toe passing play. Here comes Riley Campbell. He's going to pass to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to let it rip, saved by Dineley. Boy, just when the Turf Dogs had the momentum, big hit there by one of the Turf Dogs. That was, and then another check, knocking it loose. Here come the Turf Dogs the other way. Oh, that pass doesn't get through from Farthing. It was Vredenberg that knocked that one loose. Now here comes James. Bergen hustles after him. Can't get on the stick, but the shot is stopped by Coote. He's looking up the floor. Throws it halfway up to Riley Campbell, and here go the Turf Dogs. Boy, the second and third quarters are the long change defensive quarters in CLAX, and it leads to a lot of running with the combination of the change rule and the quarters. Goddard with the shot right into the belly. Not one of his better efforts. And Dineley makes that save. There's a long pass the other way. Levick will take it down by his knee, bounces away, gives Triolo time to get back on him. There's a cutting Robertson, but he is picked up, so Levick just goes over to the far side. Jeff Griffiths to Caravello. Oh, that shot went off a defender. Actually, Hogarth got a bit of the stick and changed the direction. So a big save by Coote, and again we go right back up the other way. That pass too high for Hopcroft. The cutter. Well, that's a great positioning play by Jeff Griffiths to not let Hogarth get it. And Hogarth is limping off with his shoulder hanging. Pass across. Robertson, big save by Coote. Goes through the crease, so it's going to be Turf Dogs ball. And I'll tell you, for the Vancouver South, worst case scenario is seeing Thomas Hogarth, after they let him play, dangle his arm on the way to the bench, and then he's just gone down the tunnel.
Yeah, that did not look good at all, and you are right. Not only is that bad news for the Vancouver Stealth, it's bad news for the Durham Turf Dogs, especially how well he started to play, how he finally got back into that offensive groove, and then next thing you know, it looks like, I mean, I'm no doctor, but that did not look very good at all.
The Turf Dogs are furious. Matt Giles screaming at the officials. Now Brent McCauley has gone to talk to Grant Spies, and they're discussing what's going to happen. McCauley, the way he gave him the hang on, you could tell he knew that there's a mistake. Thomas Hogarth, we just talked about him, plays for the Peterborough Junior Lakers. He's got a year left, signed by the Vancouver Stealth. That's his first shift in the National Lacrosse League.
Welcome to the show.
Not a bad job. You see he's got 29 points in 7 CLAX games. That's a beauty. We're talking about the twister going to the right side of the goalie. There it is. Has he done it before? Oh, yeah. Ryan Masters with the long pass. What a catch. Same spot. That was gorgeous. This is
bread and butter.
Yeah, and watch this. This is my favorite part of this whole pack. The smiling point. There you go. Almost finger guns.
Oh, yeah.
And then he puts in a couple more. You can see he loves the twister, and he can score when he's falling.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such a good athlete. You talk about his goal-scoring ability. You haven't even mentioned how good of a defender he is, and that's initially really what he was, and he's just such opportunity. We talk about Jesse Guerin. Yeah. He was the quarterback of this Durham team. When he went down, Thomas Hogarth really stepped up and became a huge offensive player for this team.
Big time. And, I mean, that's why we're talking. Should he play at the front door or the back door? He's so talented. He's got 18 goals on the season in 7 games. Like, he's been brilliant for them. But he may be their best defensive player, especially with Pete Rennie still on the active roster of the New England Black Wolves.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like we talk about, he's so valuable on both sides. And, you know, with Coach Gillies thinking, should I go out the front door, back door? That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, Durham gets the ball, which at least they're glad they got the ball, but they felt like they had a scoring chance taken away by the officials' inadvertent whistle there. Hopcroft steps in the crease, and here goes Barrie the other way. Johnny Ray sprinting with it. They're waiting for somebody to come off the bench. Nobody's coming. Tompkinson, but they go to Roach. Roach is flat, and that'll be possession for the Blizzard. As Bergen just ran right over him. Ball up to Wiles. Caravello takes it. He wants to shoot. No, he's going to pass. Levick right into the face of Coote. Wasson has the ball. Dangerous little pass across to Hopcroft right in front of the crease. But it works out okay for them. Goddard takes the long lob. 17 to shoot. Hogarth behind the back. Don't think it touched Dineley. It's going to be caught by Cody McLeod. Here comes Barrie, 6-5 for the Blizzard. Cloper on the floor. I think he just fell. I think Turf Monster may have got him there. Teeter spins away from Campbell. Pick coming. Maudsley rolls just before it. A little slip pick. And that time he didn't get the pass. He's getting used to getting the passes. There's a shot. Coote makes the save. It can't be picked up by Hogarth, who is just playing all over the floor now. Barrie gets it back. Caravello, he's going to shoot. Nobody picked him up. Save, Coote. He is finding his game, too.
Oh, yeah, that's can't be beat in the 5-hole right now. Seems like that's what they're trying to do, but he continuously gets that stick in the way. Really having himself a solid second quarter. In the first, we saw him a little bit shaky, but he does
get beat 5-hole
Yes,
sometimes.
He does, yeah.
So you know why they're going. McMahon, little reverse scores. Oh, what a floater. McMahon has really come on. You talked about his prowess against the Blizzard this year, and that's just a perfect shot.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's not too many CLAX shooters in the league that have Angus Dineley's number, but Cody McMahon might be only one of them. We talk about that. That's 12 goals against Barrie. You see this here, and all it is just a step-up release right over Angus Dineley's shoulder. An absolute bomb. Not really known for an outside shooter.
No.
He does have a good shot.
He shoots so well on the run. He shoots so well in traffic. And there, honestly, I'm not saying he's like Cody Jamieson, but that style, the over-the-top and impossible to tell where he was going. He had Dineley going to his left. The shot goes to Dineley's right. And that's just a great shot.
Yeah.
What a tremendous rookie. it's the playoffs. He's not really a rookie anymore, but it is his first year. And he's been great for them.
He's been a pleasant surprise for sure. I know they knew he was going to be an impact player, but
Hopcroft's shot misses, comes back out, is picked up by McNulty. They've got 12 on the shot clock. He's going to try and hit the cutter. Goes to Bergen, who just goes shoulder into the chest. Gets some help from McLeod on defense. Ray pops up. Was that Johnny Ray he knocked down with the shoulder?
I think so.
How do you even do that? Johnny Ray is a beast. Wow, Bergen's strong. Or he caught Ray at a bad moment, and he's strong.
Yeah, he's a thick player.
Fresh 30 for the Turf Dogs. Pass across. Hogarth is looking a little banged up again. They're really focusing on him. Now he cuts to the middle. They throw it up top to Vredenberg. Cross to the far side. Oh, what a save by Donnelly as Vredenberg just missed a bit on the quick stick. Can Scott catch this? Oh my, what a play. Not the first time we've seen something like that from Scott. What hand-eye coordination.
Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? That, just for him to be able to track that ball down, pick it up, and keep his feet and get that shot off, that is unbelievable. And the best part about it is he's walking off like it's nothing.
Yeah, he had the one earlier in the year where it kind of bounced in front of him, hit him in the face mask. But look at this.
One-hander.
McMahon's right on him, getting in the way, and Shane Scott has some of the best hands around. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be Durham ball because a Barrie player stepped over the line. Yeah. And Grant Spees is saying, I didn't like what these guys are doing. Let's have a do-over. Rob Coger has a word with him, and Spees says, no, face off. It's picked up by Griffiths. Hard pass across to Coger. Rob Coger, one of the unsung heroes of this Barrie team. Such a solid defender. Gives it up to Levick. He's going to go play some offense. And he's actually not that bad in the offensive zone. He can do some things. Just isn't there often. Takes the pass, but it's picked off. It's Armstrong that has it in his stick. He's got Triolo with him, but 4 white jerseys back in reverse transition. So Durham will just slow things down and try and take advantage of having Wiles, Caravello, and Levick out there on defense. Bergen to Hopcroft as the 5th man off. Tries to go through a bunch. There's the pass. Oh, what a beauty. Tim Bergen, he is a sniper. Little dip and dunk as he had Donnelly moving. And oh, that's a scorer's goal too.
Oh, absolutely. Just beautiful ball movement as well. And I was just going to praise how well Barrie has adjusted their defense, really helping with that slide. But when you're moving the ball around like this, you really have no choice. You see this pass here, and Bergen, you're going to see him out of the corner of the screen, just sneak in back door, and just to be able to keep his feet in there.
It's interesting to watch. Coger pointed to somebody to pick someone up. Nobody was getting him, so he slid over himself, and that's what really opened it up for Bergen. There's a shot by Tompkinson, a little wide. He loses his stick. Bounces free. McLeod tried to get it. Smith won't get it, but they say no over and back as a Durham player knocked it back. 17 seconds for the Blizzard. And Ross Smith will trot up the floor. 10 seconds now on the shot clock for Barrie. Shane Scott gets a little pick. Looking to pass. Gets it to Tompkinson, who misses again. Goes straight back when the shot clock expires. Shane Scott. Oh, they're going to say there was a touch on the goalie. I guess Scott was right. I was going to say he's got to put that ball down and get a delay of game, but no, he was right. They called a touch on the goalie and reset. There's a shot by Levick, and Coot felt that one. I felt that one. Yeah. Oh, nice diving play. Tyler Roach having himself a strong game and a fresh 30 for the Blizzard. He's got the ball back. Teeter cutting across. Levick after him. Levick cuts to the crease, but it's on his offside, so they'll go to Caravello and then eventually to Scott. He'll shoot that one all day, but Coot makes the save. Brent McCauley just wanted to make sure that Lucas Coot was okay, and he is going to adjust some things. He took a couple of hard shots up in the neck area.
Oh, absolutely. Especially that one from Levick. That was a face rearranger, but he acted like nothing happened, and he was not phased at all.
2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire, bringing you this exciting CLAX Craters Cup semifinal. What a save by Donnelly. Hopcroft backpedals. Maudsley will pick the ball up. Eventually, Nope. Yes, he will get it. Bouncing around on it. It wasn't until he got the double team that he actually caught the ball. He likes traffic. We've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Battles Strew.
Still
one
does.
check.
Oh.
And then draws the penalty. And Maudsley is just going to lay there. No, he's getting back up. I thought he was just going to take a rest. He deserved it after that play.
I don't know. It almost maybe seems like he felt Vredenberg start to slide up on the arm a little bit, and when he kind of ducked down, it looked like Vredenberg rode up and hit him right in the head. Vredenberg, you could see after the play too. One of those ones where you just took a penalty,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you really can do about it.
Levick starts at the top on the power play. It is the high sticking call. Barrie moving around the outside, 7-all, less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Levick brings it down, shoots. Coot had it. Levick thought he might have found a hole. Nice little fake by Farthing, and he sprints ahead. He's creating an opportunity. The pass across to Campbell. He gets it eventually. Scott pops it out with that little swing check, and Donnelly passes it ahead.
Scott is so good on the ride.
He is.
He swings for the fences, but he just is so precise with that. He just hits the ball right out of the mesh. It's unbelievable.
That's checking, for those of you who are wondering, if you're not a field lacrosse guy.
Yes.
We both do some field lacrosse
Yes.
as well, so sometimes they slip in. Scott, hard shot. Caravello can't finish it. I'm more likely to bring my box stuff to the field game.
Yeah.
I do a lot of scouting, or some scouting, and I get teased by my American friends about listing guys' dominant hands when I do scouting reports. There's Levick over to Teeter. He wants to shoot. That one's wide, and Coot will pounce on it on the back of the crease. 50 seconds to go. 45 in the penalty for the Turf Dogs, so they'll have about a 5-second period of 5-on-5 play at the end with if there are no more penalties. Patrick McCrory will hand it off, looking to help out if necessary. And Hogarth is just battling through, splits the defense, goes to the net, spins. That would have been the play of the game if he buries that one. I thought he was going to. But a lot of pressure by the Blizzard, and they get the ball back. Levick will take his time. And timeout by the Barrie Blizzard with 18 seconds exactly to go, 14 on the penalty. So an interesting dynamic here is the player will come out of the box with 4 seconds left. You don't need to pull Donnelly. I don't think you will. But let's take a look at Caleb Wiles. We've seen some of the best goals of the year from Caleb Wiles. Here's some pretty nice ones. I'm not actually sure what that first play was. But Caleb Wiles gets it in tight. Nice little twister. There's a beauty shot. Enjoying that goal. Caleb Wiles scored one goal a few weeks ago where he does the toe drag, but he doesn't do it by pulling it into the body. He pulls the stick, the shaft, through his upper hand until his hand is right up on the basket. And then somehow, and does that to get around the defender, then shoves it back out, goes up and over the goalie. I thought that's the goal of the year, but then he beat it.
I know.
Later.
It was unbelievable.
And the little Superman,
plank,
he goes
the Superman
down,
plank
the
at the
Superman
end.
plank after the goal as he's laying on the turf. Oh my goodness. This kid is so talented. They've got a 5-on-4 with 14 seconds left in the penalty, 18 left in the half. We're saying, the player comes out with 4 left. When do you take the shot? I'm inclined to take it before you get too close, but it looks like they're just going to wait.
It looks like they're going to definitely wait out.
So with the goalie there, you don't have to worry so much about the breakaway. Now they're going with 8 seconds to go. The man comes out of the box. Teeter gets his pass knocked down by Sullivan. Farthing all over him. Great play by the captain, Mark Farthing, to recognize the situation and jump on Teeter.
That's just heads up play, and that's the type of player that Mark Farthing is. So smart, so athletic, and he's the heart and soul of this team.
He is. We are 30 minutes away, or maybe more. These teams have gone to overtime twice this year from deciding who goes to the Creators Cup Championship game about a week and a bit from now. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Come back and join us in about 14 and a half minutes for what should be a thrilling second half to this Canadian Lacrosse League action on JBI Sports Network. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the General Motors Center in Oshawa. Here's Dylan Goddard. He has a goal and 3 assists tonight. A lot more than that through the season. That was a beautiful play down in Barrie where he just got around Colin Boucher. But there's another one, just picking it up. We saw him put a beautiful little shot in tonight, kind of like that.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about earlier on in the broadcast how he's such a dynamic scorer. He's got a great shot, but it's not that booming shot. He's just so precise. And for goaltenders, it's just so frustrating because you know where it's going, but you still can't stop it for some reason.
Cody McMahon with 2 goals and 3 assists for the Turf Dogs tonight. And he is doing his best Dylan Goddard impression in that way. Barrie has the ball. They have been led by 2 goals and 2 assists by Dustin Caravello. Here come the Turf Dogs back down the other way. Sullivan spins around. We'd like to throw a shout out to CTV Barrie, who is taking some highlights from this game. Hopefully they're catching it. It is exciting. Oh, what a goal. Put that one on your highlight reel, CTV.
Wow.
What a nice play.
That is an absolute hustle play, but a fantastic finish.
Nevin Sullivan had to wait and see who it was.
Yeah, he was so quick.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. But you see on the replay here, big booming shot, rebound comes out. Nevin Sullivan from behind the net picks up the rebound, keeps his feet out of the crease.
The big play was to keep his feet out of the crease before.
Yeah,
as the
coming
shot's
around
being
the
taken, he's got a
crease.
guy right on him, and he saw that if he went around, he wouldn't be there in time for the shot. Cuts between the crease line and the defender.
Such a smart play.
And the Turf Dogs take the early lead here in the third quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. This is Canadian Lacrosse League semifinal action. The winners go to the Creators Cup. Barrie would like to go back and defend their title. The Turf Dogs, they've never won a Creators Cup. They haven't even been to a final. They've had some bad luck in the playoffs, actually, losing some tight games. They would love to get there this year. They feel like they've got the team to do it this season. Certainly having Hogarth back tonight is helping them. Didn't too much in the first quarter as he kind of struggled to find his way, but there he comes on the big check on Maudsley, who goes behind the back, and then Hogarth tries to scoop it up. Turf Dogs come up with the ball, head down the floor. Little handoff to Goddard. He's going to let it fly, misses near side. Janes knocks it back in to Dinelly. A few Turf Dogs arguing that was back in, but Janes didn't intend that and certainly never had possession. Farthing right on top of Maudsley. They just get it across center, but it's given away. Here comes Goddard. Turf Dogs moving down the floor. Hogarth drops it. Goddard a little slow taking a step and gets outrun by Dustin Caravello. Dylan Goddard's got to go after that ball harder. Here's Caravello. Shot. Goal by Caleb Wiles, and that is why you got to go after the ball harder.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been a couple of plays now that we've seen on both ends where, just a little more hustle and, that play in the other end wouldn't happen. And that's twice now it's been Caleb Wiles on the other end capitalizing on it. But this is a shot that, you look at it and you think, Coop might want it back. It's a hard shot, but goes off the pant leg and in.
Yeah.
But they all count. They don't draw pictures on the scoreboard, but you look up on the scoreboard, 8-8. That's a big goal to knot this one back up at 8s.
And Coop may want it back, but those are the kind of shots that Caleb Wiles puts into. Oh, and Matt Giles is furious because Shane Scott lost his stick and just ripped the stick out of the hands of the Durham player. And Daryl Gibson is still staring at Grant Spees, waiting for him to get close enough to berate him. And boy, he's got a good case there. Now, did Scott lose his stick on his own, or was it helped by the Durham player? That's the question. Maybe Spees thinks it's tit for tat. That shot by Vredenberg's not close. Wasson tracks it down. They've got 8 to shoot. Wasson looks pretty calm.
He's not afraid to shoot from out here.
That one bounces away from Dinelly. That's the one thing in Dinelly's game, that he comes up with that stick and tends to have the ball pop out on him. And he's a little lucky that Tompkinson got that one.
I think that comes from him being a field lacrosse player down at Canisius. He the goalie really active with their sticks, and that's just what it kind of reminds me of there.
12 seconds to shoot as Levick's got the ball. Farthing on him. Teeter loses his man, but the save by Coote. He's been sharp. So, here we go. Durham moving down the floor. They lose track of the ball, though, and Tyler Roach picks it up. There's the long pass up to Caravello. Right in front, missing the net was Koger. Nice job by Hopcroft to get position between Koger and the ball, and he'll get the ball away from Lucas Coote. Head up the floor. A lot of pressure from Koger. And Riley Campbell, ball kind of skips away from him. Maudsley thought he might have a break, but instead it does get over to Hogarth. Hopcroft to McCrory. I was about to say McNulty because usually that's who you see over there. Kind of built the same. Hogarth shoots. Lower stomach save by Angus Donnelly. Roach lobs one ahead. Caleb Wiles with the ball again. He has the last goal for Barrie and a couple during the game. Shots after the half were 29 for Barrie and 27 for Durham, so very close. 14-13 Barrie in the first quarter, 15-14 Barrie in the second. There's a shot that Coote saves, and Ross Smith tries to snag it. That pass is picked off. Eventually goes to Farthing. Good work by Levick. Oh, and the bounce pass gets away, but bit of a break as McCrory is there to pick it up. He'll give it to McMahon.
Farthing doesn't make too many risky plays, but if he does and it doesn't work out, he's going to chase that ball down and try to get it back.
Great point. That pass doesn't get through. McMahon working hard, and there's what you do when the ball doesn't get to you. You work hard after it. Durham loses the ball on the 30-second clock. Hustle there by Armstrong to put some pressure on Tompkinson. He gets it over to Teeter, though. We're a third of the way through the third quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. This is exciting CLAC semifinal action. Griffiths, the huge pick. I don't know exactly how that's not a moving pick, but the shot goes off the iron, goes back to Barrie, and Durham's going to wish they had the ball after that one. He bounced him into the air on that moving pick. Pass gets through to James. It's picked off as he tries to move it across to Scott, and Sullivan goes the other way. Sullivan, a recent scorer for the Turf Dogs, spins right into Caravello, and the big hit, Caravello causes a turnover. Beautiful play as Sullivan just wasn't ready. He runs into Griffith. It's getting physical. Not dirty, though. Haven't seen a whole lot of dirty stuff tonight.
No, exactly. We talked about earlier in the broadcast. These two teams obviously don't like each other. We've seen it earlier in the year, but it's playoff time. You got to keep your emotion in check, and both teams are doing that.
Triolo just avoids the crease, spins, gets tripped up. Roach goes after him. Coote jumps on him. Barrie wants a call.
Roach just absolutely lays out Coote.
I was looking up the floor as the pass was made. Maybe we'll get a shot of that if somebody had it. It's behind the play. Durham setting up with 10 seconds on the shot clock as Hogarth takes it. Not sure where their 30 seconds went. It seems to have gone very quickly. Oh, and we just got a peek at it. I don't know if we'll get another look if there's a break here, but boy, Roach did flatten him.
Yeah.
Durham not too happy. Here they come. Teeter to Robertson back. Saved by Coote.
Coote obviously not phased after that hit, making a big save. That 5-0 of his has been fantastic today.
Yeah.
They're definitely testing it, and, it's passing the test so far.
Hopcroft, watched by Maudsley, throws it up top to Wasson. Goddard probing, but goes down low. They've got 13 to shoot, just moving around the outside for now. Now, isolation shot by Hopcroft. Oh, what a spin.
Funny bounce.
McCrory gets it, loses the ball. James knocks it loose, then steps on the ball. Intentionally, by the way. You could tell he was just trying to keep that ball protected, then kind of kicks it over, and eventually it's Shane Scott with it. He's got Grant Spees on the left wing, but he's got to look for a player coming with him. Klopfer all over him, loses the... Oh, that was the stick of another Turf Dog, Ryan McCrory, but he does pick it up now. And Maudsley will give it off to Levick. They've got 11 to shoot. Big battle in front between Hopcroft and Tompkinson. Tompkinson puts his shoulder in, a little duck and drag. Shot by Maudsley. He gets hit by Farthing. Again, a tough but clean play. Boy, Farthing's been on his game tonight. Loses that possession.
Ooh.
Wiles gets away from him, ducks underneath behind the back to Levick. Oh, what a goal! Our play of the game so far tonight, we've had a series of them. That is gorgeous passing by Caleb Wiles, and what a play by Brad Levick to finish it.
Oh, my God. You could run an entire highlight pack of the highlights of the night just from this game alone. Unbelievable. Just a beautiful feed from Wiles to Levick, but Levick finishing it off. And I don't know how many times we've seen Brad Levick finish off with a crease dive, but that pass was on a rope. That pass behind the back is harder than, most people's forehand passes are. Just unbelievable.
Here's Tyler Roach flattening Coot. And he's just kind of finishing the check.
Yeah.
There's the diving goal.
Unbelievable.
By Levin. Great finish, but that pass by Caleb Wiles was astonishing.
Unreal.
Coming out, running to the top, throws the hard behind the shoulder pass.
And two guys were on him too.
Oh, yeah. There's a big save on McLeod. It's 9-8 Barrie, and it's going to be Durham ball. Play will be blown down. We should have the officials' timeout as Jeff Griffiths looks towards Durham, not happy. And then he's going to look at Grant Spees. He'll get up and wander to the bench. As we take a break, I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Stick with us. CLAC semifinal action on JBI Sports Network. More to come. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. It's Durham ball as we start the second half of the third quarter here. That pass again does not connect for Durham. They've had a little trouble with that. Boucher grabs the ball off the boards. He's going to try and pass it across right into Hogarth's stick, but all over Hogarth. Then he gets the stick up into the face. No call. Hogarth loses it for a moment, gets it back as McLeod picks him up. I'm sure Durham would have liked to call there. It wasn't a hard check to the face, but the stick definitely got into the face mask. 10 seconds for Durham to get a shot off. Plouffer passes it off. There's a hard shot by Goddard. McNulty almost had it. Hogarth has 4 white shirts around him. Scores! Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding.
I am speechless.
I was thinking, you've got to pass that ball, Thomas. You've got to pass that ball. Or just score with the reverse backhand flip as you're being knocked down.
That is unbelievable.
I just did a pen toss.
It's worthy of a pen
toss.
Exactly. I'm thinking he's got to move the ball here. He's got to move the ball here. And then next thing you know, he's falling down. And he just, as you'll see, he's 3 defenders draped on him in the fourth coming. And just that reverse, like you say, right here. Waiting.
Held.
There's a hold there.
Yeah.
And then just that shovel backhand shot. Unbelievable.
9-9. Fantastic. Brooke down in Australia must be loving that. She's a big Turf Dogs fan. Catches our games. Oh, my. Brooke, hope you're enjoying it. Good morning down in Australia. And we had a tweet from Deutschland Adler, the lacrosse team in Germany. That pass doesn't get through to Koger. And hopefully we got some people watching in Germany. Hello to you as well if we do. Campbell looking for Goddard. It's going to go to the net instead. Gets stripped by Ross Smith. Smith's turning it up the other way. He's looking for a man off the bench. It's Levick, but nice job. Wasson picks him up. Smith's just going to have to slow it down with Goddard on him and gives it off to Teeter. We're coming up to the final 5 minutes of the third quarter, and this may be the game of the year.
Oh, it's definitely up there. I mean, we still have 5 minutes left in this third period.
Caravello's shot, that one goes a little wide. Roach trying to track it down, but it's going to be over and back, and actually bounces into the stand, into the penalty box, and almost decapitates Gord Brown, the 30-second clock operator. He tosses the ball to a fan who is clamoring for it, and he gets a pat on the glass for it. Oh, that came out a little worse than I was thinking. Pass up top to Dylan Goddard across. Oh, he wanted to let that one fly. There's a shot by McMahon. Easy save, but tapped back. Nice play by Vredenberg, and Durham gets a fresh 30 after the save. Goddard has it up top. Throws it back across. Hopcroft goes down low. Wasson, watched by Roach, rolls out to the top of the formation. Now to Goddard. He's got some space. Oh, nice save by Donnelly. Oh, McMahon almost corralled it. Gets away from him. And they're going to say, is that back in they're calling? Or a loose ball push? Either way, like Durham gets the ball.
A loose ball push, but Barrie not pleased with that. And Barrie only getting one fresh body here.
Now a penalty coming, and there could be another one. And then Griffiths flattens Hopcroft after the play.
And there's
McMahon
more.
gets in there. Some pushing and shoving. James will pull him out of the way. The first penalty is going to Colin Boucher. And I really thought there should have been a second one when Griffiths flattened his man. Jeff Griffiths, a real gentleman, one of the great men of the game, but boy, he deserved a couple there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, the whistle's clearly blown, and a shot on the back there you don't want to see. It's right there.
Yeah. Boucher gets the first one as the stick got up into the face mask. So Derek Hopcroft is not happy after he got a rough ride. And it is just 2 minutes. We're back to live action. 5-on-4 for Durham. Tied up after that brilliant Hogarth goal. Boy, I'd be inclined to have Hogarth out on the power play, but he wasn't able to get to practice because I don't think, because they didn't know if he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Bergen, they move it around. Goddard goes down low. McNulty looking for somebody. The cutter is Bergen. The shot by McMahon. That was an easy save for Donnelly. The shot clock was getting down, but didn't hit his spot. Goddard picks it off as they try and hit Shane Scott on the breakaway, or Zach Tompkinson. Here comes Goddard. He can score on this. He loses his stick, though, and Donnelly gets it. Zach Tompkinson is absolutely gassed as he gets to the bench. And Johnny Ray takes the pass, looks for Shane Scott, but a nice job by Josh Wasson to pick him up and stay with him. That's just a heady veteran play by Wasson. Ray is cornered. The ball pops out, and Hopcroft and Campbell going after it. It's still loose. Ray trying to pick it up, but every time he goes to, they hit the ball, and eventually Campbell gets it. And Durham heads forward. 46 seconds left on the power play. They got plenty of time to set it up. Hey, there's our Twitter handle, @JVI Video. Let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of the game. Boy, Caleb Wiles has got to be up there. Cody McMahon. Mark Farthing's been very good. Hogarth has really come on. Hey, if any of our fans watching in Germany want to let us know who you think it should be, let us know. It's the middle of the night, though, in Germany. Australia, at least it's the morning. It's tomorrow.
Hey, who knows?
Yeah.
They could be dedicated fans. I'll pull
Hey,
all
if they
nighter.
are, they're enjoying this
Yeah.
one. 15 seconds left on the Barrie power penalty. They should be able to kill it. McMahon and Farthing trying to get McLeod trapped. Oh, and there it is.
Oof.
The hand goes up. Cody McMahon, and he won't be happy. The Durham Turf Dogs won't be happy because very similar to what Griffiths did to Derek Hopcroft. But McMahon will go. The penalty is expired with 1:55 to go in the third. The Blizzard go to the power play.
And this is exactly what we talked about, these two teams not being too friendly with each other. It's playoffs. You got to keep your emotions in check. And there's just, we said it. There's been so many nice, hard, physical plays, but it's just those little extra ones that go over the line that the refs are going to call.
Here they go into the power play rotation. Wiles at the top quarterbacking. Scott Caravello, a lot of talent out there. Teeter and Maudsley on the far side. Shot by Wiles, foot save. Bounces away from Farthing, goes way up off the turf. Oh, what a play by Patrick McCrory, but then he loses his stick. Great body position, get that one. Now it's Wiles, saved by Coote. Teeter gets it back, couldn't shoot. Farthing came down to take away the chance.
It's a great rotation.
Yeah, oh, what defense by the Turf Dogs. Campbell and Hogarth, the high men, on the penalty kill. Scott across to Teeter, gets it right back to him. Maudsley is loaded up, ready to shoot, but Teeter fires. Coote with the save. Farthing runs into his goalie and the post, but recovers. Fresh 30 for the Blizzard. Final minute coming up of the third quarter. That pass is too hard for Caravello, but gets it after it loses some steam against the boards. Shot by Maudsley, who had Caravello on the back door wide open. Oh, a little whip check by Caleb Wiles, but McCrory runs through it. Campbell, he wants to shoot. Nice move, but he loses the ball. He's had a couple of chances where if he could have held on to the ball, he had a chance. They're going to see what they can kill here. 37 left in the third quarter. Hogarth nonchalantly taking the checking from Wiles, and Teeter goes to the net. Scores! Thomas Hogarth Remember what we were saying about the 3 stars when you tweet us? Put Thomas Hogarth in there.
Oh, he's got to be there. Unbelievable. After a slow start in that first quarter, he has been lights out, and it's been dynamic goals like that one there. You know, just you see how gassed he is coming off the floor here. But look, 2 defenders on him, that doesn't matter. That second trail check, so strong to be able to hold on to the ball, take it to the rack, and Barrie, just a beautiful play by Thomas Hogarth.
Durham in front for the first time in a while, and the shot, twister to the right of the goalie.
Whoa, we've never seen that one before.
Alex Frazzo, our director, who put together that highlight pack, showing exactly what you can do. What a play by Farthing to bounce that one back through a couple defenders to Mike Triolo. They've still got to kill some time here, as that was a shorthanded goal. Triolo takes a punch while he's laying on the floor. No penalty coming. The Turf Dogs coach is just screaming at their guys to get back and play defense because there's a bunch of Blizzard players up the floor. They get it up to Caravello. He's going to wait for some guys to join him. Roach was thinking he was open. He is open and drops the ball with 1 second on the quarter clock. Don't know if he would have got the shot off in time, but might have had a chance. It ends 10-9 after 3 quarters. The Durham Turf Dogs leading the Barrie Blizzard. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Come back and join us for the final 15 minutes of this Creators Cup semifinal. CLAX action on JVI Sports Network. Face-off taken for the fourth quarter. A little early movement by Ryan McCrory. He's going to switch off the face-off stick for the defense stick and go back while Barrie takes possession of the ball. It's 10-9 for the Durham Turf Dogs, thanks to Mr. Thomas Hogarth with the last 2 goals of the game, and they were both spectacular. There's a pass across. It's low, but the catch by Scott. He misses, though. It's going to be over and back as that one went well wide and off the glass. So Rob Clofer will go down and start possession. He's going to hand it off to Goddard. Levick jumps out on him. He passes across to Bergen. One more Turf Dog to come out. It's Josh Wasson. Gives it to Hopcroft. He's going to shoot. Scores! Derek Hopcroft had some space. We haven't seen him find the back of the net until now, but that is classic Hopcroft.
Yeah, that's vintage Hopcroft right there. Just step in as hard as you can, rip it, and that's such a great placement of the shot too. The overhand shot right at Dinley's feet, and he can't do much about it. As you'll see on the replay here, you give him space there, he's going to take that shot, and you just see it right, skip right by the feet of Angus Dinley. A beautiful goal.
And we said before the game, The difference might be Hogarth and Hopcroft being here for Durham. They have the last 3 goals to put their team up 11-9. We also said unless Angus Donnelly can steal it for him. He's been good, but not great, and that may be the difference right now. Not to lay it on Angus Donnelly.
No, absolutely not.
But there's a shot at goal. Daryl Robertson. Did that hit somebody on the way in? It just looked like it took a strange line.
Yeah, it looked like it might have, or he just bounced that so early. It kind of skipped up, maybe hit the tape or the groove on the turf. Definitely a funny bounce, and Coot definitely didn't see where that was coming. We'll see on the replay. Maybe it did go off someone.
Took a strange hop. Coot was moving the other way. It didn't look like it. There may have been a little stick-on-stick check,
maybe,
which may have changed it, but a great shot by Robertson. Sullivan comes up with the ball off the face-off. It's a 1-goal game again. McCrory having all kinds of trouble with the ball, but gets it eventually. Maybe he should have stuck with the face-off stick. Hogarth with it. He's really come on late in the game. Vredenberg passes it down low. Hogarth wants it back from McNulty. He's looking around. There's the pass to the middle, and Vredenberg drops it. Hogarth tries to pick it up. Nice job by McLeod to knock it away, and here comes Tompkinson. In the fourth quarter, back to the way the orientation was in the first, with Durham to our right, Barrie defending the goal to our left. So not quite the same run and gun necessarily as the second and third quarters. Roach will set up, give it down to Teeter. Oh, Teeter scores, and boy, the Durham defender just didn't come out on him, and Teeter saw it and went quickly to the rack.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not the same type of goal that we saw from Hopcroft, but the same style as where you give deadly shooters like that guy any sort of space, and they're going to take it. You see the replay here. That's just way too much space. You got to get to hands. You got to get a stick on it at least. And a guy like Michael Teeter, we haven't seen too much of him today, but you give him that space and he's going to make you pay.
He is dangerous, and Patrick McCrory, you can see wishing he'd gotten out on him a little quicker. We are tied up 11-11. The shots through 3 quarters were 42-40 for the Barrie Blizzard. It was 13-13 in that quarter. How about this? First quarter, 14-13 Barrie, as going to the net is Koger, the save by Coot. First quarter, 14-13 Barrie. Second quarter, 15-14 Barrie. Third quarter, 13-13. This has been a tightly matched game, and Riley Campbell will just run out and hand it to Dylan Goddard as we are tied 11-11, 12:23 to go.
We talked about how close these teams match up, but this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, unbelievable. Wasson thought about passing, shoots, just misses. Looked like he had some space. That'll be over and back in less. No, Goddard gets there and then misses it. And again, Dylan Goddard just kind of slow going after the ball.
He had a hot start in that first quarter, but it just seems the play away from the ball, definitely not what we're used to seeing with Dylan Goddard.
Yeah, he has actually become a pretty solid defensive and two-way player in this league. There's a shot by Levitt. Coot leaning the wrong way, but throws the arm out to make the save. Nice little bounce pass out, gets away from Armstrong, but he gets it back. Teeter almost picked that off. Wasson's got a second and a half to get across. He makes it. And Durham sets up in the offensive zone. 15 left to shoot as Goddard looking for someone. Tries to drag it down, almost lost it. Make sure he still got it. McNulty. Hogarth's going to shoot with the screen. That one goes high and wide. It's going to be over and back as McNulty couldn't reach it. It was well away from him. And Barrie will get the ball.
Triolo with just 1 assist tonight. He's doing a really fine job away from the ball. Really, getting in the way on the defensive side of the ball, tipping balls when he's on the kill, really drawing out the kill. But also as well, he's really setting some hard picks, and that was a great pick there. He actually took 2 guys.
Yes. Boy, when you're playing the 2-man game and you pick both of them, you know the guy can get a shot off. There's Caravello trying to make the pass. Zach Thompson lost his glove, gets it back. Roach is stripped. What a play by Campbell, and comes up with the ball. Here he comes in transition. If ever there was a time to finish one off, this is it. Caravello comes after him. Roach joins in. He bounces it over to Hopcroft. Smart play. It wasn't there. Pulls it out. Now Campbell goes to the bench. That's a maturing young man who just finished his junior A career with the Peterborough Lakers last year. A lot of Peterborough guys on this Durham team. A lot of Barrie and Aurelia guys over on the Barrie team. Oh, high check on McCrory. Turns shooting, and then it's McMahon flattened by Ross Smith. Double team. The shot clock hasn't started running, and it should be counting down. Oh, Durham gets it back, so it's okay. I was going to say the 10-second count would have been very difficult for Barrie to make. McMahon has it. Tompkinson all over him. Oh, nice play by McCrory to pull it back. That's a great possession play. And now it's down to 18 seconds, and Durham's kind of wondering why it started now.
Yeah.
Hopcroft shoots. Oh, saved by the foot, the toe cap, I think, of Angus Donnelly. James is flattened, and he's going to get the ball. Barrie has possession. That's just about 10 minutes to go.
That's the exact same shot that Hopcroft took before,
Yes.
and that just shows how much of a veteran goalie that Donnelly is. He adjusts on the fly, making that toe save that time.
Levick taking his time. Watched by Farthing over there. Moves to Griffiths and over to Teeter. Big pick coming. Maudsley has the ball stripped. Nice play there. I'm going to take a peek at who that was. I think it was Patrick McCrory. We want to make sure we're giving credit to whoever made that play because that was a beauty. It was Patrick McCrory. Durham up the floor. Hogarth looking to see who's with him. Gives it to McNulty. Vredenberg. Goddard's going to try and go one-on-one with Scott. Passes to Hogarth. Oh, he tried the backhand whip shot again. Missed this time. Now he's going after the ball. And loses his stick, is still battling, and gets to McNulty. The 30-second clock expires, but what a shift by Hogarth.
I guess he can only score that backhand shovel when 4 guys are draped on him.
And somebody's holding him as he tries to get loose for it. 11-all, 9 minutes to go. What a pass! Oh, just missing the net was Robertson. I guess Robertson only scores when he's out near the restraining line. What a pass, though, by Dustin Caravello. A great try by Robertson. Nice D, Riley Campbell. But Coker gets it back. Behind the back pass. Shot goal! Dustin Caravello with the finish. Caleb Wiles getting in the face of Mark Farthing after another behind the back whip pass, and a beauty.
Unbelievable. Just such a hard pass. That's 2 behind the back passes that we've seen that are harder than most players' forehand passes are. And I know we see the shot here come from the outside. Let's see that pass here first, behind the back, and right to Caravello, who makes no mistake and buries it. Caravello had a really strong first half. That third quarter, didn't see too much of him, but what a better time to welcome back into this game than, to get your team back into this one.
Triolo going to the net, loses the ball. Oh, and it bounces past Armstrong, so here goes Shane Scott. He's one-on-one. Sullivan, nice job to turn him aside. I saw what you did there, by the way. When you said buries it, there's a Barrie player. That was pretty witty. Armstrong running, splitting the D. Doesn't even think about going to the net. He just wants to get clear, and Johnny Ray almost stripped him. Moves it over, and McMahon will wait for some help. They've got 15 left to shoot. Bergen takes it, saved by Donnelly. Bergen thought he saw something he liked, but Donnelly takes the save. Here comes Johnny Ray. He's got 3 to get across the line. Passes it to Caravello. There's Roach. What a save by Coote. Hogarth's going to run with it. Gets past Maudsley. Roach is there on him. Tries to reverse little rusty gate check. Hogarth trying for the hidden ball trick, but they know Goddard's got it. He's on Maudsley. Or Maudsley's on him. Tries the toe drag. Tries it again. Gets to the net. Flips it back. Campbell in front. Can't catch it. It's grabbed by Smith. Nice little cross step. Pass ahead to Wiles. Could be trouble, but Hogarth knocks it away. Great play by Hogarth to come back.
Just so effective on both sides of the floor.
Goddard's got Hopcroft. Shoots. Saved by Donnelly. Hopcroft will get the loose ball off the boards. He and Coker battling. Hustle by McNulty. He gets the ball back for Durham. Great possession play by McNulty. Oh, we're seeing some fine lacrosse in this CLAX Creators Cup semifinal. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. It's 12-11 Barrie, 6:48 to go. Boy, we have to be picking our 3 stars soon, and I do not know what to do.
Can we get more stars?
Oh, so many guys playing well. I mean, Riley Campbell's been so good here in the second half of this game. Hogarth, there's a shot. Vredenberg's thought about shooting. Cut in. He's going to get the ball back for them. The save by Angus Donnelly up into the mesh. McNulty will start with it.
Great save by Angus Dyneley there.
And 6:29 to go. That's it. It's time for the officials' timeout, the last of the game. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. It's Creators Cup semifinals. Don't even think about going away. 12-11. We're getting towards the end. Come back and join us. Quick look at our play of the game in this game. So many times we made Alex Frazzo change it, but being held, being cross-checked, and that's a beautiful angle at that one from behind. Thomas Hogarth. God, look at this. Tugged down, cross-checked, flings it past Dyneley, and Durham gets a scoring chance to start off this final segment of the fourth quarter. Long outlet pass, though. Here's Ray, saved by Coote. Nevin Sullivan gets on Ray. He loses it. Bounces it off the crossbar back to himself. Let's see you do that one again, Johnny Ray. I don't think you can.
No way. Whoa. Angus Dyneley, just a beautiful pass, and haven't really been noted, but he actually has two assists in this game as well.
He's been good. No Lucas Coote with his 5 assists. No. There's a shot, almost gets in by Teeter. Bounces out to McLeod. He's got to shoot. Well, he doesn't have to, but 7 seconds decides to. And Durham's got the ball. A simple little easy pass there. Smart play.
At this point of the game, this tight of the game, you're going to see a lot of simple, easy passes.
Yeah. There's the pass to the cutting Triolo, who had one hand on the stick, trying to hold off Smith. Gets the ball behind his back to nobody, but it will be tracked down by Armstrong. 3 to shoot. He's going to let it go. Saved by Donnelly. Puts it almost in his own net. Loses the glove and grabs the ball.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh.
5 minutes to go. That was, Donnelly almost put it in himself. Now the ball's picked off. Here we go the other way. Josh Wasson gets it over center. He's got Hogarth with him. Wants to go to him, but he's picked up nicely by Caravello.
Unbelievable.
Wow. 12-11 Barrie. Into the final 5 minutes. Wasson moves it down. Hopcroft going across the top. He's got some room. The pass picked off by Scott. Hopcroft's going to go with him. Sprinting is Caravello. Gets the pass off the post. Caravello runs past a defender and exhausted Derek Hopcroft. Now the shot. That one doesn't get through. It's picked off by Hopcroft. By Wasson, that is. Boy, Wasson's having himself a game, too. Hogarth checked from behind into the boards. And it's just a possession. Hogarth slow getting up. Wow.
That was very close.
Here's that play. We talked about Donnelly, the stick coming up, and the ball didn't get into the net, but here comes Hogarth. Oh, saved by Donnelly. Hogarth runs into the boards on his own this time, and Donnelly's got the ball. He sees Hogarth, steps into the crease. It's back in. Although I actually thought he stepped past the crease.
I think he kept his footing close enough.
But Donnelly knows not to argue, just goes to play his position. Hogarth wrapped by Koger. No call coming on that one either. I thought it could have been a holder.
Holding, yeah.
Boy, Durham would like a call. The whistle's going away right
absolutely.
now. Triolo. He's D'd up, goes 1-on-4, and the big check to the face by Boucher, who then slashes Hopcroft. And I'll tell you, it's smart D if you know they're not calling anything, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know how. There's 4 calls that Honestly, I thought we're all penalties.
Yeah, definitely. I guess at this point in the game, the referees are putting their whistles away. But like you said, smart move. If you think that the refs are putting their whistle away, try as much as you can.
Teeter watched by Campbell, 8 seconds to shoot. Barrie looks like they just want to kind of catch their breath and let the defense rest. Teeter tries behind the back, almost spectacular, but it misses wide. McMahon's going to run it ahead. So this McCrory gives it off to Goddard. Boucher out on him. We're seeing kind of the Colin Boucher of old, stripping that ball. He has been such a presence over the years, 2-time Defender of the Year. Didn't have his best season this year, but he is becoming a beast again here in the fourth quarter. Bergen, 7 to shoot as he's checked by Boucher. Boucher recoils.
Possessed right now.
He's been fantastic. That ball caught. A fresh 30 for the Turf Dogs. And Hopcroft being checked by McLeod, has to avoid going over center, does it. And they set it up. There's Bergen cutting, gets the ball, and he's flattened by James. Boucher knocks the stick out of his hands. And again, hey, they've put the whistles away. Go ahead and check the guy from behind. Tompkinson runs up. These guys are running on fumes a little bit. A penalty coming to Durham. And Angus Donnelly has gone to the bench. Wow. It's quite a call.
Series of events there, to say the least.
I'm kind of stunned. We'll see what it was. Tompkinson, saved by Coote. Picked up by Hopcroft. He flings it into the seats. Too many men being called. Oh, boy. Oh, 1:46 to go. Tweet us, last chance for the 3 stars of the game. When was the call? Because that's a penalty shot if it's under 2 minutes when the infraction occurred. We're at 1:46. They're discussing it. Penalty shot.
Penalty shot. Oh wow. That is unbelievable.
I don't really care for that.
That is.
Mark Farthing talking to Brent McCauley. He's saying, when did it happen? He's saying we just talked about it was under 2 minutes. So Lucas Coote is going to be the man, and Caleb Wiles, of course, emerges from the bench. Caleb Wiles takes the ball, comes in alone, Coote on his line, holding on to the post. Wiles, that is a great patience by Coote, and Wiles misses. He just didn't go for the fakes, just slid slowly with Wiles, who tried to go across his body and missed.
Yeah, that's just great patience by Lucas Coote. There's no need to try to follow around Caleb Wiles because you know he's going to throw 1,000 fakes at you, and just a smart play to stay deep in his net, just wait. And Caleb Wiles almost just ran himself out of space and kind of forced himself his own hand.
It almost looked like Coote was telling himself, don't jump out, don't jump out. So he was hanging on to the post so he wouldn't be able to go. And he almost pulled the net with him, I thought, because he felt like jumping out. We have a face-off. It's a big one. It's won by Triolo, but it gets bounced away, and Barrie comes up with the ball. Tompkinson runs into the offensive zone. 1.5 minutes to go. What a game this is. The ball is loose on the floor. Everyone's battling for it. Nobody knows exactly where it is. And eventually, it's going to be Durham possession. Coming up to the final minute. Durham has the ball and 6 attackers on the floor. Lucas Coote is on the bench. McNulty has it up top to Wasson. McMahon gives it to Goddard. Hard pass across. Oh, what a goal! Hopcroft! A little delay, and then the shot. Oh my goodness, 12-all with less than a minute to go, and Lucas Coote sprints back to his net.
Unbelievable, and you talk about that little hesitation, and that's just a veteran shooter, Derek Hopcroft. It's in the exact same spot as well. He just waits, rips right at the feet of Angus Donnelly, and he anticipates that low shot, but it's just bounces right up above his shoulder. And that's you got to tip your hat to Dylan Goddard for that strong cross crease.
Great pass.
Cross floor pass, sorry.
And just the hesitation on Hopcroft to have kindly have to wait an extra split second. And then Triolo jumps on the faceoff and Barrie gets the ball. They'll have the first possession. Caravello has it. Next goal, obviously huge. But will it be in regulation time or in overtime? Caravello has it. Hogarth heading out on him. Scott lurking. We've got 35 seconds to go here. There's a big hit by Farthing. Gosh,
Great
he's been
slide.
good. What
Such
a slide.
a smart slide.
Timeout with 27.1 seconds to go. The Turf Dogs get possession, get the timeout, so they will have the full 30. They can bring Coot back out and see if they can win this one. Remember the first game we did here this season, a back and forth game between Niagara and Durham. They pull the goalie at the end of the game, and Jeff McNulty buries a quick stick where you have to reach up high and get it with about 1.4 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's Jeff McNulty's bread and butter. He's so good around the crease. And as you'll see here, there's the Barrie right there, backdoor step.
Look for that.
Yeah, absolutely. They love doing that play. He's so good around the crease.
Great hands.
Great hands. And the thing is, too, if they do lose that ball, he's so good at picking up the loosie. He's so good at, pressing, getting that ball back. He's such a good player to have. And like you said, if I had to guess, if he's out on the floor here, they're going to be looking for him backdoor.
And we've been told we have to give a shout out to our director, Alex Frazo. And you know what? That was a beauty. We started talking about McNulty. He gets the packet up there. Here we go. 24 seconds, and McNulty has the ball. He will not be up top for long, though. He will go down by the crease. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
16 seconds to go. They're waiting. 11 seconds. They start to move in. He passes it to Wasson. He goes down. He's going to run around behind the net. Goddard to Wasson. They look for McNulty, and Vredenberg got in the way. And now Goddard will track it down. We will have overtime. Oh, my goodness. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with overtime to see who goes to the Creators Cup. Friends, hello lacrosse friends, welcome back to the General Motors Center in Oshawa. We've got 15 minutes up. I actually thought we were going with the 5-minute 4-on-4 and then a shootout, but it's just been announced in the building that it's 15 minutes of sudden death overtime. Yeah. I assume we're going to have 5-on-5 for that.
That's what I would assume as well. We'll have to wait to see. It looks like there is 5 Durham Turf Dogs out on the floor, so not your usual format that we do see in the regular season, so it's next goal wins a full 15.
Yeah. Patrick McCrory, the face-off man for Durham, is out there already. Rob Klopfer, Mark Farthing, Thomas Hogarth. Wait, now they've only got 4. Oh, no, the 5th one is Mike Triolo. That's their ball team. Shane Scott, Tyler Roach out there in the forecourt for the Barrie Blizzard. Of course, Johnny Ray taking the face-off. Zach Tompkinson and Ross Smith, 2 of the most tenacious and athletic transition players in the league for Barrie, down covering Thomas Hogarth. Durham elects to go with 3 guys in their end. And Triolo is actually out taking the face-off. He clamps, flings it back, and Durham gets first possession. Farthing spins away from his man, pass across, they step over center, and here's the first opportunity. Pass across to Goddard. Oh, what a game. The Creators Cup spot on the line. Wasson over to Hopcroft. Can he finish it? He's going to pass it back up top. It didn't leave his stick. It goes to Wasson now. Goddard. Cross to Hopcroft. Oh, just missed on the near side just before the shot clock expired. And Barrie's going to head right down the other end. Shane Scott, he's got Tyler Roach with him. Teeter across on the far side. Tyler Roach, Teeter, saved by Coote. That is a game saver right there, literally. And Dustin Caravello gets the ball up top. Barrie sets it up for a fresh 30. Teeter has the ball. Farthing watching him. Mark Farthing's had a great game for the Durham Turf Dogs. Now Levick, he's going to spin down low. Shot, saved by Coote. Looks for the outlet. It's not there, so he steps out of the crease. Nice job by Roach to pick up Farthing. They've got 3 to get across, and a good pass by Coote. Here comes McNulty. Passes down low. McMahon rolls up top. McNulty. Pass across. Bergen. Toe drag. Goes to the net. Tackled by Spencer Janes. And you got to call one sometime. Here comes Robertson. Can he do it again?
Oh,
He scored in overtime last week. Not this time. Caravello gets it. I know you don't want to call a penalty in overtime, but
yeah, that's
a scoring chance that's absolutely taken away. Wiles into the chest of Coote. He loses his balance, dives back. Barrie gets the ball again, up top. Caravello's going to shoot. That one's deflected. Caleb Wiles back to Caravello. Over to Robertson. Levick will take his time. They've got 17 to shoot. Lots of time on the 30. McNulty on Wiles. Gets some help. There's a shot by Maudsley, but a great slide by McCrory.
Yeah, that was a beautiful slide. If he doesn't get there in time, I think he's got a darn good chance to get that one on net.
Durham running the floor. Can McCrory do it? Pass across. Hopcroft, he wanted the hat trick, and he's flattened by Boucher, and we have a penalty as Boucher lost it. No, we don't.
It's a possession
It's
call.
a possession call. So as long as the guy still has his head on his shoulders, you can check him. You can take his stick away. You can knock him down after the ball's gone.
Though.
Not his head. There's a shot. Wasson's denied by Donnelly. Great play by Griffiths to grab it in the crease. Here comes Tompkinson. Hogarth running with him. Turns him aside. James is up there in the offensive zone. We haven't seen a whole lot of that. Levick. Tompkinson trying to open space for him. Not the usual Barrie offensive group, but Teeter is going to get a shot off, bounces it up into the mesh, well up above the net, and Lucas Coote will go and grab that ball if he can. He gets it eventually out of the carpet and passes to Mark Vredenberg. Durham with possession. We're 3 minutes in. Oh, it's been an exciting overtime. Triolo watched by Boucher. I thought Boucher might just pick him up and toss him into the seats. Goddard watched by Tompkinson, picked by McMahon, roll over to Triolo, watch out. Here comes Boucher, just gives him a little shove. Battling for the ball, Boucher, nice play there, but it rolls free. There's the man open, shoot, save! McMahon almost had it, what a save by Donnelly. Smith knocks him down. That's just great battle by Ross Smith.
And that's, can you expect anything else from Ross Smith?
Exactly,
Ross
Smith, what a warrior. Tompkinson, Shane Scott has it. Waiting for everyone to get out there. Throws it over to Wiles. He's so dangerous from anywhere. Farthing watching him. Gets out on him. Levick. Pass to Caravello. Takes a quick look at Wiles and throws it to Scott. Caravello with it. Shot. Knocked away. Doesn't get through, but goes up into the seats. Off of Hogarth. And Caravello's going to have the ball again. Fresh 30 for Barrie. Some tired defenders out there. I think everybody's tired at this point. But a second 30. Scott, toe drag. Triolo knocks it away. Scott gets it back with those great hands and just shovels it over to Caravello. Tyler Roach wants to finish it. He's going to shoot it up into the mesh. And he's going to get a push from Farthing as he went towards the goaltender. And I like that play because they're having some words, but, they haven't called anything. Go ahead and give him a shove when he goes to your goalie. Farthing, the veteran captain. Now the pass across by Goddard. Gets it to Hopcroft. Armstrong, the pass isn't caught, but Armstrong will track it back down. 14 on the shot clock. Armstrong throws over to McMahon. He slips by Robertson. Goddard goes to try and open some space for him. Wasson has it. 4 to shoot. Scores! Josh Wasson has sent the Durham Turf Dogs to their first Creators Cup championship. Sub shot through Dineley. What a game. What a finish. Turf Dogs
That's
to the cup.
Unbelievable. And a veteran guy, the way that Durham got into this game off the hop was an outside rip from Josh Wasson, and the way that they're punching their first ticket to a Creators Cup is from him ripping that outside shot. What a beautiful take. What an exciting overtime period we had. You got
the first of the Durham Turf Dogs non-dress players out of the gate across the floor to congratulate him. Joe Wasson, Josh's brother, who's on the injured reserve, but sprinting across to celebrate with his teammates and his brother in particular. And Cody McMahon is the first guy in the lineup, and he just doubles over, and he doubles over again. What an effort by both of these teams. The Turf Dogs will be playing either the Niagara Lock Monsters or the Oswegan Demons. Final shots on goal, 5 each in the overtime, 58-57. It was tight all game long. Barrie with the one-shot advantage, but the one-goal advantage goes to the Durham Turf Dogs.
And we talked about it coming into the game. It was the big headline. Everyone was talking about how even these two teams were. And it took us 5 minutes of overtime almost to finally get a decision.
Here it is. Cody McMahon with the pass across, his 6th assist of the night. Wasson low to high. Dineley looks like he didn't even see it.
No, and it's just a beautiful rip, and it looked like he just put his entire body into this shot. Just right through.
Oh, that was Brandon Armstrong cutting across, providing a screen.
Yeah.
Nobody covers it. Nobody stops him. And that's a great play by Armstrong, who one of those quiet guys who had a great night. So many players had great nights. We've picked 3 stars. I don't feel very good about them.
No.
I love the 3 guys we picked, but I want 5 more, like you said.
Absolutely.
I want Mark Farthing on there. I want Josh Wasson on there. I want Cody McMahon. Is not. I'm giving it away. He's not one of our 3 stars. He's got 2 goals and 6 assists. Absolutely play. Oh my goodness, that's Joe Wasson right there with the brown cords and the purple or the lavender. He's matching up with you tonight, wearing the lavender.
Yeah, it's great to see a team like the Durham Turf Dogs, have been in the league since the inauguration, finally punching their ticket to the Creators Cup.
That will be the end of the reign for the Barrie Blizzard, but they go out holding their heads high. A great game by the Blizzard. We're going to go to our 3 stars of the night. Again, so many guys could have been in there. We picked these just before we went to overtime, and we didn't change it, but boy, we could have.
Yes.
Our 3rd star is going to be Dustin Caravello. He wound up with 3 goals and 3 assists. It was just outstanding, not just scoring all over the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the type of player Dustin Caravello is. He's so dynamic on both ends of the floor. And, he did have some timely goals as well. He got that one in the 3rd period that really helped Barrie get back into it.
Our 2nd star, Thomas Hogarth, 2 goals. They were maybe the 2 best goals of the night. He played well defensively. Not a great first quarter. After that, he was sensational.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about, style points. Well, if there were style points for goals, he probably would have led tonight. No doubt about that. But also, he was a stud on the defensive end as well.
If there were style points for passes, our 1st star, Caleb Wiles, ran away with them. What a game for Caleb Wiles. 2 goals, very nice ones, but 2 gorgeous passes behind his back to set up goals. And just a tremendous effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And his 2 goals as well came from transition, picking up on Durham mistakes as well. And, he's a guy that, has just wowed us with plays. You already mentioned it. The 2 best goals of the year have come from him, and you could also add the 2 best assists from tonight.
Yeah, Josh Wasson, there it is again, the winning goal. Got to give some credit to Colin Boucher, who was a beast tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Wasson with the winning goal, one of his 2 on the evening. Cody McMahon, I feel bad that he's not in the 3 stars with 2 goals and 6 assists. Maybe he should be. He was tremendous. Dylan Goddard 2 and 4. Derek Hopcroft with a couple of big goals, a couple assists. I thought Mark Farthing was excellent. It was a great game. Final thoughts, Patty. We're going to copyright already. Quick.
You know, it's honestly, we've said so much. It was such a great game. These two teams were so close. We talked about it before the game, and that was a perfect example of how close these teams were. It was just that one goal that separated one team from being eliminated and one going to the championship.
3 overtime games between these two teams, including the last 2 in a row. This time it's Josh Wasson finishing it. The Turf Dogs will either play host to the Creators Cup Championship next Friday here in Oshawa, or they will travel to Niagara next Friday to play the Loch Monsters, depending on who wins on Sunday. Watch that one. That'll be at 2 o'clock this Sunday in St. Catharines. That should be an excellent game. The Oswego Demons kind of behind everybody, kind of quiet, but if they have everyone and play their game, they could be dangerous. It will be great either way. We're looking forward to the Creators Cup. We're looking forward to the other semi on Sunday. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire for the Canadian Lacrosse League and JVI Sports Network. This has been a thrill. Thank you so much for being with us. Watch the final 2 games, and we'll see you next time.